Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Dr. Michael DeMarco, and today we're going to talk about how to change your thoughts through your body. I understand that you probably have heard that if you want to change your life, you want to change your circumstances, that you have to change your thoughts. And there's this model that we're going to discuss today that's really common that a lot of people talk about, a lot of coaches, a lot of gurus use this model, and some people get results, but I think a lot of people just really don't. And it has to do with changing your thoughts. So here's the basic model, and forgive me for my crude ass way of doing this, but I'm not a technology person. But the value isn't the technology. The value is and me being able to put cool graphs and stuff like that up on the computer. The value is the content. So really pay attention to this content. And if you apply it, I guarantee you will see a difference in your life, and you will start to make progress where you have not made progress before. And I'm not just somebody that's saying this. I've done it in my own life. I've manifested some really big things. If you look me up, some companies that I've started, been involved with, the people that I've helped, some really big things. I've helped some celebrities and professional athletes on top of that as well, get what they want in their life, change their reality. So it's not just for myself. I've also helped other people, and a lot of people. And this is something that is really actually very important. And I know I'm jumping around a lot, but if you want to change your own life, there should be also a side effect of changing a lot of other people's lives in a positive way. So the companies that I started, the things that I've created, haven't just helped my own life. They've literally helped hundreds of thousands of people in a big way, but also the people who are directly involved. You probably know a lot of them. They're some of the biggest influencers out there. Their lives have been completely transformed because of the things that I was a part of creating. And enough about me. Let's get into the model. So the model is this. Most people, when they want to change something in their life, they want a different result, right? So they're like, I need a different result. So I have to do different things. And that's where the hustle mentality comes in, of just working really hard, changing what you're doing, but making that automatic, what you're doing. So they're like, all right, I need to change my behaviors and my habits. And that's where most people start. And it really is hard. It's possible to do, which I'm going to go into later in the video. So stick with me about why that actually works sometimes, but not all the time. Or they'll try to change the behavior. So they get habit books, how to change a habit. They'll do some things 75 hard. Well, they'll try to push through for at least 75 days and try to change a habit that way. And it works for some people. It actually works for a lot of people. It doesn't work for everybody. And there's a reason why. So what people do is, a lot of coaches, a lot of mindset people, they'll go up here. They'll go to changing your thoughts and feelings, which certainly works. But it's very hard to do. So with meditation, a lot of people have learned in meditation is simply changing your thoughts. That's as simple as it is. Think and Grow Rich is a very famous book. The Power of Thinking Big. There's all these books and all these things about just change your thinking and it'll change your life. Or just change how you're feeling, which is associated with your emotions, your energy. And more spiritual people will tell you that's how you'll align to things. But there's a missing piece to this. And I don't think that a lot of people know this or even talk about this, but it has to do with the origin of what thoughts and feelings are from anyway. So your thoughts and your feelings are a result of your physiology, of your biology. So the way the model normally works, people tell you, they think of it like this. They think of it as oh, well, I'll start from top down. It's very linear. So I'll just go from thoughts and feelings. It'll change my thoughts and feelings, and that'll help me change my behaviors, and that'll change my actions, and that'll change my results. And yes, it does work that way. But that's not the only way that it works. Because if you just try to change your thoughts and feelings to something that's temporary, like think about it, try to do it right now. Like you're having a thought's coming to you. Oh, all I have to do is just change my thought. Like I don't have to think about like losing my house. I don't have to think about my boss telling me that they're not going to give me a raise. I don't have to think about that stuff. But if that's something that you're worried about, it's going to be very hard to stop thinking about it. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to feel a certain way, and then your automatic subconscious programs are going to get triggered, and then your behaviors are going to start leaning that way because your behaviors are almost automatic. You're not consciously thinking about your behaviors. And then the actions that you take from those behaviors, even if you know the right thing to do, how many people have done, like, you know the right thing to do, but it's somehow really, really hard to do the right thing. So, or you do the right thing for a short period of time, and then you find yourself back doing the old things. And then the results maybe just, you might get them, but they'll be temporary. So how do we change the results permanently? How do we change the actions permanently? How do we change the behaviors? And then how do we even just like change the thoughts and the feelings? So we have a different model, different components that if you don't have the background that I have, working with people with their physical bodies for so long, you probably haven't even thought of this. So there's a lot of business coaches, a lot of business gurus, a lot of spiritual people, and they forget, because it's very easy to forget about this component, and that is the physiology, the physical body. And I added another one in there. So physiology. And for some people in the fitness world, it's very easy to do all of the physical hard things. So they'll go do like Tough Mudders, they'll go do a bodybuilding competition, they'll go do a CrossFit competition, whatever. And I know this from working with athletes for so long, that if you can master the physical, it's very easy to just do the physical stuff. But those people tend to have a hard time changing all of this stuff to get the results that they want in their business and their relationships and the other things that don't really have as much to do with this. But they also have a key advantage if they know this, that what I'm about to tell you guys, because then they can use their ability to master their physical realm to change the thoughts, feelings, behaviors, actions, results. Because the key is the body. That's why we have one. The key is the body. And if you look at all the work that actually works, like you see the people like, I keep going back to him, but Dr. Joe Dispenza, the work that he does with people, where he'll have people go do a meditation and some breath work, and not just change their thoughts though. If you really are keen, it's not just about changing the thoughts. It's using the physiology to change your reality. So you have different thoughts, you have different feelings. And so we can look at this model and we can think about it one way. Well, okay, so, and I'll get into some more detail about how we can actually do this. So stick with me. If we can change the physiology, so most people will go, okay, the way that I think, I see this, it goes like this. Physiology, and then that'll change my energy because it'll change the way that I'm feeling. I'll have higher energy, right? And then my thoughts will change, my feelings will change, I'll feel better. And then because I feel better, I'll have different thoughts. And then I'll have different behaviors because I'll like feel like doing the things that I wouldn't normally do. I'm not going to have destructive behaviors because I'm feeling good. So I'll do all the good behaviors, right? So then my actions will be different. It'll be easier to take those good actions, and then I'll get better results. So normally people think about it like that. So it's a very linear one direction. And there's a reason why I wrote this in a circle. You'll see in a minute. If you think like this, that it works in one direction, then your thinking is still in three-dimensional thinking. And then what you will think is that, oh, well, if I don't have the physiology, then all these things won't work. But there's a reason why some people can actually just change their thought patterns and it's successful. And then all this happens. Some people change their actions. They literally just change what they're doing. They will it. It's very hard to do, but they will it. They change their behaviors. They're very noticing of their habits. And they decide they're going to have a new habit pattern and they change their habits. They literally do it. But there's a reason why it works that way. Why you can pick any one of these, which it actually gets easier and easier down the road in this succession, but of least resistance. So this is like the circle of least resistance, where you can pick any one of these. And it works because what actually ends up happening is, let's say you change your physiology, it directly affects your energy, actions, results, thoughts, energy. So it actually ends up going something like that. So it creates a web. So imagine, and my drawing sucks, so please forgive my shitty drawing, but it creates a web. So these things are all interconnected. So when you pull on one of these, it affects all of the other ones. Just some of them have more, a stronger effect on the entire system, because this is a whole system, than the rest. It's not just linear like this model, which is what most people go by. It's not just linear like this. It actually, because look, here's the thing. Even results, if I can artificially, and this has been proven in neuroscience, if I can artificially change the result that you have, it will change the result in the future. So there is a neuroscience experiment that they've done with mice where they take them and they put them in a tube, and one mouse tries to push the other mouse out of the tube. And if they artificially make one mouse win, like they push some stuff behind the mouse and like make the other one win, then when they do it again and they don't use any artificial assistance, the mouse who won will win again. So if you change the result, it actually changes all of these. So you can pick any one of these and start changing your life. But there's one that we all have access to. And it's the easiest one, in my opinion. And it's why so many people that are in fitness kind of tend to go towards and lean towards like personal development and mindset and this whole transformation in our lives. And it's also why I think when people in fitness get this, like they can have really successful businesses. And it's also why you see really successful people like Jeff Bezos starting to put a lot of emphasis on their physical body, like actually taking care of it, what they put into it and all that to help them become more successful, because it helps you get past your peak level of success. And that is the physiology. So, and it's kind of blurry, but there we go. Hopefully it's backwards. Hopefully you get this. I'm going to put that down now. So when we change and we master our physiology, and everybody knows this because it's why drugs work. It's why food works. It's why cold plunges work. It's why exercise works. It's why meditation works. It's why sleep works. It's why fixing all of these things holistically with your physical body will actually end up changing your entire life, your entire path. You will have better relationships. You will make more money. You will have better and bigger creative ideas. You're going to have less depression. You're going to have less anxiety. You're going to feel even more, you're going to be more spiritually open when you master your physiology. And this actually goes back into ancient times, and the signs are everywhere. where mastering your physiology is the key to ascending. It's the key to alchemy. It literally is your body literally is the philosopher's stone. It's how you change lead into gold. And we have what's called our pineal gland, which is a gland in the center of our brain. It's also called the third eye. And that gland gives us access to these higher dimensional states. And the way that we access it, actually, this is where my work as a chiropractor and working with people's spines and their pain, it actually comes through the spine. So when we do breath work, when we do cold plunges, when we do movement, all of those things are affecting this flow of this spinal fluid up our spine and directly having an impact on our pineal gland. And then our pineal gland will also help to change our brainwave states. So if you can, and once we change our energy states, we also have alterations in our chemical makeup that also happen too. So if we can master our physiology from any kind of aspect, it could be like that more spiritual aspect, or it could be as simple as like, you're a man and you're not motivated for some reason, go get your testosterone checked, fix your testosterone, and then fix your hormones, and everything's going to fix, or everything's going to get a lot easier to flow. So if we can fix our physiology, that's where I think everybody has to start. So if you, and this is, I mean, this is like judgmental, but when you see a spiritual teacher or someone like that who really doesn't care about their physical body, there are some who have mastered and transcended their physical. So they don't really care about it anymore. But hey, if you want to, and you're like me and you're a normal person, and if you want to change your life, you got to start with the physical body. You got to take care of your temple. Your body is your temple. And it will literally give you access to changing all these other things. So I'll go into this in more detail in other videos. Let me know in the comments specifically like what you would like to learn more about. Would you like to learn more about where thoughts and feelings are even from? Because there's a lot of controversy around that. People think they're generated in our mind, in our brain, or it's actually really something else. What behaviors and patterns that we need to have to be successful. What we can actually do specifically, like what are the habits and things that we do to change our physiology, and what results should, I don't know. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Was this helpful for you? What would you like to hear more about? And hopefully this gave you some insight on what you can focus on to actually start getting the results that you want in your life, and also make it a lot easier for you instead of just trying to have different thoughts. Or if you're feeling like crap, like, oh, I'm just going to tell myself and I'm going to spiritually bypass myself of like why I'm even having these feelings in the first place, and cause something actually negative to happen. Like cause something that you don't want to happen by pushing these feelings down, where you can understand where they come from, understand where the thoughts are from, why are they there, what's the purpose, and then transmute them into something that you're aligning to, into the reality that you're aligning to, using the physical, using your physiology. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm. It helps me get this channel out there. I'm new on YouTube. I'm building my channel up, and I'm not afraid to admit that, but I know that this information will transform your life if you know how to apply it. If you have any questions on how to apply it, I have a free consultation in the description. We can talk about it. Maybe I can get you in the right direction. And if working with me is a good fit, then great. If not, then please watch the videos. They're free. and your life will change. Even if it's not bad, it can be better. So thank you so much. And I will see you on the next